Welcome, American truckers. Welcome to Trucking with Old Snapper. I'm your host, Old Snapper. Well, this is an article released by CDLLIFE. This is an accident that happened in, I believe might have been in Arizona. Right in that area there, south of St. George, Utah. Um, right on the Utah-Arizona border. This is a semi truck. Trailer did not have lights on prior to fatal crash with family car, witnesses say. Apparently, he pulled off on the shoulder. He had his lights off, and then he went to get back on the road. Didn't realize he had his lights off, turned his lights on, and a couple cars narrowly missed him, but one of the cars ended up hitting him. As you can see in the picture there, he obviously turned his lights on at the last minute. But we're going to go over this article here. I'm going to read it, kind of skim through it. 2 were killed in a crash with a semi-truck south of the Utah-Arizona border on Wednesday night. The accident happened on December 29th in Mohave County on southbound Interstate 15 just before 10 p.m. According to St. George, Utah News, the four-wheeler crashed into the back of the semi-truck, wedging the car partially beneath the trailer and trapping 3 occupants, a father and his 2 children. The father was pronounced dead at the scene, and crews worked for half an hour to cut away the top of the vehicle to free the 2 surviving children. But the 12-year-old boy sitting in the passenger seat stopped breathing as he was lifted from the mangled vehicle and was later pronounced dead. The 11-year-old girl in the back seat was transported to a nearby hospital. Witnesses say the crash, the semi-truck had pulled off onto the shoulder north of the Black Rock exit near mile marker 27, and then later pulled back onto the interstate at a slow rate of speed when the car crashed into the back. Witnesses also say the lights on the trailer were not on when the rig pulled back onto the interstate. By the time the driver realized they were off, it was too late. 2 other vehicles narrowly avoided striking the slow-moving semi-truck. The truck driver was not injured in the incident. Drivers, this is a sitting duck situation. We are supposed to... there's no reason to ever be on the side of the road unless you're broke down. I'm noticing we're having a lot more drivers pull off and take their 10-hour breaks on the side of the road. I don't know when that started, but it's dangerous. It's not only dangerous when you're sitting on the side of the road, it's dangerous when you go to get back on the highway. Traffic on the highway is moving at highway speed. It takes us way too long to get up to highway speed. A little bit of trip planning can avoid stuff like this. I drink tea, so I use the restroom about once every hour and a half. As you know, tea is a diuretic. It'll make you pee. So I plan for my restroom breaks literally throughout the day so that I don't end up in this situation on the side of the highway. A father lost their life, a child lost their life, another child may or may not lose their life. But at any rate, there's a whole lot of lives affected here by the poor decisions of this truck driver and not paying attention to what he or she was doing. The name of the driver hasn't been released. I can't tell here what the carrier is. If it's a mega carrier, they're probably about to pay a whole lot of money. I worked at a company, and this has been probably 8 or 10 years ago, but they had an accident similar to this, and the company paid out $8 million for killing one person. A driver had pulled over on the side of the highway to use the restroom. He got out, took a leak, got back in his truck, got back on the road. He was moving slow, and this was during the daytime. A car, probably their fault, wasn't paying attention, but still, they ran into him, and he wasn't even up to 30 miles an hour yet. The trucking company ended up paying out all that money for killing that guy. And of course the driver probably lost his job and probably never drove again. You want to end your career, this is a good way to do it. I need to take it into consideration, man, and try to never end up in this position. This is a bad way to end someone's year, especially during the holidays. And who knows, maybe the guy was broke down. But normally, if you're broke down, the tow truck, even if they fix you on the side of the road, every time I've ever dealt with that, they normally stay back there with their lights on until you get up on the highway. Then they get in behind you and get you started up again. But there's nothing I found that said he was broke down. I don't know if he was taking his break, which his lights were off, so he probably was. Most people don't turn their lights off to pull off the side of the road and use the restroom. So he was probably taking a break on the side of the highway, like we've been seeing so much here recently. This is really dangerous, and it's stuff like this that's going to cause law enforcement to start enforcing those laws when they catch drivers on the side of the road taking breaks. I hope everyone out there staying safe. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. New Year's is coming up. Please be careful, drivers. There's going to be a lot of drunk drivers out on the road. This is not going to be a long one. I just wanted to put this out there. Everyone stay safe. If you see me out on the road, tell me what's up. I've been leaving cards around the country. And let's keep trucking.